Good morning, loyal followers. Okay, so we're taking a look at page 400, which is the work from 398, Graphing Translations and Reflections. So for number 1A, they gave you a figure and asked what type of transformation it was. And that first picture was a reflection in the y-axis, so going straight up and down. And then, because we saw a mirror image both left and right. For B, it was the same figure in the same orientation, so it didn't rotate around or it's not a mirror image or anything else like that. So it's just a translation. And then if you follow the points, like from A to A prime, it went 3 units right and 3 units down. Okay, next we had 4, which they gave us a whole bunch of points. So the first ones we're going to pay attention to in black. So A, B, C, D, E, and F. They just asked us to plot those. And then in A, they asked us to reflect those points in the x-axis. So there's the x-axis, and if we're reflecting it, this is our mirror. So A is 3 points away from the x-axis, so A prime comes down to there. Okay, B was down here, so B prime for that reflection ends up there. C is up here, 5 away from the x-axis, so C prime is going to be 5 away from the x-axis, but on the other side. D was here at -4, so it goes up to +4. E sitting at 0, -3, so E prime 0 and +3. And then F, because it's sitting right on the x-axis, doesn't end up moving at all for that reflection. So that same spot, -2, 0, is both F and F prime. Then B, they said reflect each of those same points now, but in the y-axis. So this is now our mirror. So if this is A, it's 1 spot away from the y-axis. A double prime is 1 away. B gets reflected over here. C gets reflected over here. D, where are we? Oh yeah, there it is. Gets reflected over there. E, because it's sitting on the y-axis, doesn't move at all. So that, just like F with the previous reflection, this is both E and E double prime. And then F gets reflected over here. Okay. Then the other question was, how could you use this to check if you're right? Well, when you're doing a reflection in the x-axis, the signs of the y coordinates change because it's just the y is flipping, so they change signs. And then same kind of pattern for when you do the reflection in the y-axis, the signs of the x coordinates change because it's just changing position left and right. It's not changing position up and down. And that's kind of how you answer C. How could you figure out if you've plotted it correctly? Just be looking for this. Okay, so number 5. 5 asked us to plot those same points and then translate them 4 left and 2 down. So A is here at 1, 3, so we would do 1, 2, 3, 4 left, and then 2 down, 1, 2. You can also use your integers to help you with this. 1 subtract 4 is going to be -3. 3 subtract 2 will be 1. Okay, so -3, 1. So even without the grid sitting there, counting all the spaces and whatnot, just using your knowledge of integers, you can do it. B, same thing. If we subtract 4 from 3, we get -1. If we subtract 2 from that, we get 0. So, or sorry, no, because we're subtracting 1, so that's down to -3. Four left, 2 down. I'm messing it up. Yeah, B double prime. 1, 2, 3, 4 left. 1, 2 down. There we go. Yeah, at -4, right? Because we took 2 off of -2, which brings us to -4. Again, sorry about the brain fart. I'm doing this first thing in the morning. Okay. And then the pattern just continues. I don't think I need to take you through each of the points. 1, 2, 3, 4 left, 1, 2 down. And subtracting 4 from that gives us -6. Subtracting 2 from that gives us 3. And that should be -6, +3. I copied that wrong. Okay. Moving on to 6. Here they gave us a reflection. So they gave us points P14, Q -3, 4, R -2, 3, and S 5, -1. Okay, and then they asked us to do a reflection in the y-axis. So just like before, when you're doing a reflection on the y-axis, that your points on the y-axis are not changing, only the x are changing, and they switch spots. So we were +1 here, so P prime is going to be -1. Q was 3 away, so it's, instead of it being -3, it's going to be +3 away. R was 2 away on the negative side, so it's going to be 2 away on the positive side. And S was 5 away, so it's going to be 5 away on this side. Okay, and then just rejoin them. And then that was basically it. Okay, hopefully that cleared up any misconceptions you had. Bye for now.